Guys, what's up? We got one of our Junkyard V6 T5s up on the bench, and what we're going to do is we're going to put a cluster support in, shim it, and we're going to put some billet keys in it and U-springs for the 3/4. This is going to go in Teresas' car, and we've also got to get an input shaft for it. But this is going to go in Teresas' car, I'm pretty sure, but we're kind of hemmed up on things to do, so we need to start working on some projects. So this is as good a time as any to start putting this transmission together, and I'll order up an input for it. We're probably going to keep the steel SN95 bearing retainer and just machine it down, save us a little bit of money. It's not Mountain Dew, it's Coke. So anyway, but we got it pulled apart. Got our shift mechanism. You don't want to lose any of this stuff. And there's the ball. There's the dowel. So, alright, well, take the top cover off and see what's what around here, and then we'll start getting to work on it. Change the stuff. Anyway, it's just boring crap. There's 100 YouTube videos about taking these things apart, so I know nobody gives a crap about what I'm doing, so we'll let's get back to work. You guys can go drink a Coke or eat a cookie or whatever. We're going to keep working. So, alright, we'll be back. Pretty good. Thing looks pretty good. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's get our bearing retainer off and get our input out. Alright, we've got the roll pin beat out. I'm sure you've seen this in all the videos and stuff like that. You want to take this off, if at all possible, in one piece, so it doesn't, but it will try and blow apart on you. So it wants to come apart. It's two pieces, and that's going to suck. Just want to put it back together. Dang it. Alright, we got it off. Man, that thing was on there. Baby was on there, so anyway, now we gotta put the stupid thing back together. No biggie. So this is where the cluster support is going to go. It's going to take the place of this stamped piece right here. Go on like that. Just a little extra added security. So anyway, all right. Well, let's pull our main shaft and stuff out. See what's what. All right, we've got the main shaft out. See that right there? Got it out, and had to knock the back bearing out of it, or race I should say. And then the next thing is you'll have it, sometimes you have to use a press, sometimes you can use a couple pry bars. Sorry, I'm trying to do things here. And let's see if we can, you've probably seen this 100 times on 100 videos. This one is going to come right apart. There we go. You want to be careful. Now you should mark where the synchros and stuff are, but like a moron, I never do. So we just roll with it. And when you put it back together, you just press it back down on there. Yeah, Jack, and everything will be good. So what we're doing is we have to take it apart so we can change out these inserts right here. So let me go do that real quick. Well, we'll probably do the cluster support first. Now, there. We've got all the ends broke loose. Okay. You can use a nut driver. This is all crap. I don't even know why I'm filming this. It's not like anybody's gonna watch it. Because nobody cares. I don't blame you. I wouldn't watch this either. It sucks. These bolts out. And voila, this is what we're getting rid of. This thing is a stamped piece of crap. Now, in all honesty, how much extra strength this actually gives a T5, I don't know. But there's only a few things you can buy to beef them up, and this is one of them. So now we'll have to get our caliper out, and we'll have to measure, see what we got. So this is what it's going to look like. I'm sure you guys have all seen this kind of stuff. We'll go on like so, just like that. Voila. So all right, well, let me measure our shim and stuff, and then we'll see where we're at. All right, we've got our bolts snug down. It feels pretty good. Spins pretty easy. We had to shim it. The one in it was a 120, and it was kind of tight. I had a bad drag spot in it, so we went to a 114. That feels good. So we'll pull the bolts back out, put some Loctite on it, and we'll call it good. Okay, well, we're on our way to get some parts. Well, hopefully get some parts for our T5 swap into Teresas' car. We're in a silver car, cruising along. So we got a Mountain Dew, and we're headed, I don't know, it's probably about 30 miles or so, 40 maybe. So we're headed over to Roger's house to see if we can get a few things, bell housing and a few other things. The weather, whew, yeah, hate this stuff, but anyway, we're off work. That's what counts. So, all right, well, let's go buy some parts. Well, we're back from Roger's, and this is what we ended up getting. We got a T5 bell housing that we had to pay up for that a little bit. It was $100, which that's basically about what the market value is, between 70 and 100. We got a flywheel, a no-name disc, which we don't care, and an ACT pressure plate. That whole package right there was $45 for the flywheel and the clutch. We paid $10 for a Downs quadrant. He didn't have a cable, no big deal. We paid $5 for some gaskets. He just had these laying around, but we couldn't just leave them 75 millimeter. And then this stuff will work on a Typhoon or whatever. So we got a couple gaskets. And then we paid $75 for our favorite shifter of all time. We love these things. This one's almost brand new. It hasn't been hardly used at all. But, you know, we don't care about that. You almost can't wear these things out. Plus, I like them better when they're wore out. But it came with a stock knob and stuff. So, anyway, $75 for that, $5 for the gaskets, $10 for the thingamajig, $45 for that stuff. and $100 for the bell housing. So that's a deal we can live with. I'm not going to lump that into the greatest deal of all time category, but it's a deal we can live with, and it's stuff we've got to have to do our conversion. So we're a little bit closer to getting started on that. So anyway, well, we got our transmission in pieces. So we're going to get that put back together here before long, and we'll get ready to start working on it. So, all right, we'll see you guys later. We're out. Oh, it's lunchtime. See, well, you can't see the clock, but it's 10:40. It's lunchtime. All right, we got to go. Let's go, Jack. You don't care. All right, picking back up with our T5 project. You see that we've still got it apart. We've got our cluster support in, and yeah, that's going to be good. What? Lord have mercy, Jack's out here. Anyway, we got a few parts in the mail. Let's run through them real quick. This one, it didn't come in the mail this time. It's something that we've had, but we're going to go ahead and use it. It's a steel bearing retainer. This is what I call the old style that I used to buy all the time, with the aluminum base with the steel sleeve in it. I actually prefer to buy the all steel ones now, just on peace of mind. They don't cost any more. But we've had this laying around for a while, so we might as well use it. We're actually just going to have Bruce turn our SN95 snout down, but since we've got one, we'll just use it. I mean, it'll just sit in the box forever if we don't, so we'll go ahead and use this. I guess technically we could try and sell that, but we don't ever sell anything, so we'll just use it. I don't see a razor blade. The other thing we got, let's open this. Oh my God, why is this always so hard to do? I swear, between driving Super Secret and opening boxes, it makes me look like a complete moron. Well, it just verifies what most people know. There we go. Oh my God, this thing's, oh Lord, why do they make it where you can't get into it? This right here is, oh, okay, I'm opening it. There we go. This is our input. I know this is like super exciting stuff. They've already got the bearing pressed on for us. New race, so she's bronzy new, probably straight from China. But this is a Fox 23 tooth, what we need. So now we can finish doing our, put our billet keys in. Look at that, someone's interrupting the filming. Hold on, oh, it's Pirate. Hello? I'm actually filming a YouTube video right now when you called. So you're going to be on YouTube. Well, I mean, on the phone. I'm working on the T5 for the swap in Teresas' car, putting the stuff in it, the cluster and all that crap. Let me call you back in a minute. I'm almost done. Well, it won't be out for like 5 months. All right, I'll call you back in a minute. Okay, bye. So you can't get anything done around here. Anyway, we got to put our billet 3/4 keys in. You saw us take that apart, and we've got our cluster in already, and then we'll slide her back together. I'm not going to do the brass shift forks in this one, just because of the cost, and I don't plan on racing this car a lot. It's just to drive it more or less. So anyway, all right. And speaking of that, it's $75 free shipping for that. So we were happy with that. So all right, well, we'll see you guys in a few minutes. We'll start working on this some more. Okie dokie. I know this is like exciting. Okay, we've got our billet keys in. This is very simple. We just take the springs out. I just set it down. I just push the keys out, slide the new ones in, put one spring on going one way, flip it over, put the other spring on going the other way. So they're kind of set like this. And now we got to do is just put our gear and put our slider back together. We may have to press it in the press, and once we do that, we'll be ready to put the main shaft back in and start putting it back together. So easy peasy. See, there's nothing to it. You just got to have a few of the tools, and that makes the rest of it. It all kind of goes pretty simple, honestly. So all right, let's get off here and let's let me slide this stuff back together real quick. Not a big deal, and nobody wants to watch this. There are many better T5 videos out there, so I suggest that you watch them and not watch this one. So you're not going to learn anything. Okay, we got it all kind of slid back together, and now I'm going to run the dowel down through the 5th gear arm. I always try and run my punch up through it just to kind of keep it on track, and get it started. Now it's time to break out the good stuff. Let me get my 1 second. Voila. All right. We're good to go with that. Now we can get our bearings cleaned up and put in our main shaft here, and we can put that together. We got our trans lube here. It's a little bit of sticky stuff, so all right, let me put those in real quick and start putting this thing together a little bit. Also, a couple of things real quick. I'm just kind of skipping over some stuff here. I don't think about it until I'm doing it. When you're taking this apart, of course, when you're putting it back together, it could be easy to get some things mixed up. This has a beveled end on it, the slider does. You want to make sure it's going toward the front of the transmission. And also, this has a raised portion right here. This is for the bearing to ride against. The other side is flat, and it goes against 3rd gear. So just a couple of things that when you're messing with this, that you can maybe like, oh crap, how does that go? Of course, like I say, there's plenty of people online that do videos on these transmissions, so it's not a big deal. You can always, and the manuals online, it's whatever. So I'm great at this, right? Okay. All right, we've got it. Got our input shaft put in. A little lubricant on it. And okay, guys, what we just did here, and you didn't get to see it, but we put our tail shaft back on. We got some RTV on it. You want to make sure it's in neutral. And we also, a little trick is when you get the tail shaft halfway on, you want to put the ball down in the shift area between all, there's like 6 detents or 5 or something like that. You put it down in there, and the spring and the shift mechanism, you set them down, and as you slide it on, you slide the rail in, and it's basically like right now it's almost basically lined up. So we're good to go. We'll get that bolted on, and then we'll set our input a little bit. So like I say, I know this video sucks, so sorry, but I don't know why you guys would expect anything less than total suckiness. So anyway, let me shut this off. Let me bolt this together real quick. We'll get this thing kind of shimmed out a little bit and get it where we want it. So, all right, see you in a few. All right, guys, we've got our bearing retainer bolted down. We got a shifter bolted on it just for, whoops, sorry about that, just for 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, reverse, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Everything feels good. Our bearing retainer, let me flip this around. And again, don't do what I'm doing, just do what you want to do. It's it's a little tight, but I like it like no in play at all. I like it a little tight. Some people may say that this would be a little too tight, but you know, that's fine. This is the way we do it. I think in the videos I lost the video where I got the input. I think I deleted it accidentally. So we did buy a new input. It was $75. Also, I said we were going to turn down a steel bearing retainer for SN95. Maybe I have that in another video. I've recorded quite a few videos of this little debacle, and I'm sure they all suck, or it'll all be a mishmash of garbage. So, and of course I left out some steps, but I'm going to give you the biggest single piece of advice. Buy the Bob Hanlon T5 DVD. It's $20. It's worth every penny if you're ever going to work on a T5. It's very detailed. It's very easy to understand. Bob has built there's no telling how many thousands of T5s he's built. And it's a great video. I refer back to mine all the time because I don't do this for a living or anything like that. I'm just an idiot that just tears junk apart in his garage. So that's a great video. It's a great guide, step by step, of taking one apart, putting one back together, what to look for, things like that. It's really, 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 really good. So we've got it all together. We're going to pull our bearing retainer back off, put a little RTV on it, and pop it back on. But again, this was just a rudimentary, hey, we took it apart. In all honesty, this is just to show the average guy that you can take one of these kind of apart and do a few little modifications and put them back together, and it's not as daunting a task as it may seem initially. So if I can do it, you can do it, and that's a fact. So it's just having a few of the proper tools to make life a little easier. So anyway, like I say, we've got us a winner here, and we'll get this, hopefully this week we're going to get this in. So I'm kind of excited. I'm starting to get a little geared up for this. This is the slogging part where you just slog through it and you're like, oh, just keep working and working, and finally you get to the rainbow or the end of it. So, all right, well, I'm going to turn this off, and let's go ahead and do the, we won't do the thanks for watching because I may add something to the end of this. So anyway, all right, let me take this off, put some RTV on it, bolt it back together, but she's good to go. And yes, it's still dirty. I didn't clean it or make it look all fancy because honestly, no one's going to see it. So that's just how I roll. That doesn't mean that's how you should roll. So, all right, well, let me get back to work and put this back. Hey, Jack came in here. What's up, bro? Get off of Krusty. Anyway, all right, we'll see you guys in a little bit. This is what I'm doing, and that's what he's doing. So, not sure how this is going to work out just right. You're not carrying your end of the load, Jack. You don't even care. He's a son of a gun. All right, well, we got it all bolted together, which you already know that because you just saw that a second ago. So anyway, all right, well, we got a box to open up here in a little bit, and we'll add that to the video and so on and so forth. I need to go do some editing, see what we got. All right, guys, we've got something here in the mail, and let's see what we got here. Plastic. What is this? Oh, so let's just pull all the stuff out. Wow, this is really awesome stuff. If I can get it out of the box like a moron. Okay. Let's go through this real quick. Brake pedal pad, clutch pedal pad, they're the same pad. We've got a roller pilot bearing. It's a Ford Performance right here. Pilot bearing. We've got a fresh set of pressure plate bolts and dowels. And we've got a nondescript clutch cable, adjustable clutch cable. Yeah, I guess that'll work. So we basically got all the parts to do our T5 swap. We've got everything, I think, basically to get us where we could at least get the transmission and everything in. And the only other thing that we're actually missing is the transmission tunnel wiring. And I think I might know where one of those is. And whatever, not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So, all right. Well, This video is going to be really long. It's probably going to be about 24 minutes. So let me go ahead and wrap it up and say thanks for watching. And you guys, I gotta come up with something besides that. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and especially, as always, thanks for commenting. So if you got any questions or want to tell me how terrible this video is, feel free to do so, because I know it sucks. All right, we'll see you guys later.